speakers for their amazing, informative, emotional, and funny speeches. I really enjoyed them. And now we should start our evaluation session. And our first evaluator today is our Vice President of Membership, Bartkoske. Please come to the stage.
Thank you very much. So as we begin, I just want to, first of all, if you enjoyed the icebreakers tonight, let's hear it. They were all amazing. They were great. So I feel like, as I'm looking at your faces, that you are filled with felicity because you connected with people. See, the point of an icebreaker speech is for them to connect with us as the audience. For us to feel like we get to know them a little bit better, that we entered into their world, that we can peer behind their eyes, behind the facade, the mask they put on, and see into their hearts, to know what's in there. We heard about eat, pray, love, and other things. But tonight we heard from Akmaral. And Akmaral, we saw her passion come through, right? She had a very conversational tone, right? You felt like you were talking, just sitting with a friend, having a cup of coffee, and she just shared about her story of what she studied and what she liked, how she ended up where she was. And at the end she said, there are what? No coincidences in this life. And then our last icebreaker also ended with what? The same idea. It's no coincidence that you're sitting there. And I think it's no coincidence that I'm your evaluator today. Why? Because like you, when I first did something like Toastmasters, I was a very shy, reserved person, lacking things, but you started to come out. We saw your smile come out as you talked about things that interested you. We saw that as you were talking, you were connecting with the audience. Because as you're sharing things that you care about, you cause us to care about them. And so I love when you showed us pictures of this little town in Austria. And I would love if you said a thing like, but great things come from small packages, from small beginnings. And those are things that you did. So you use your stage, okay, you moved here and there, but in the first icebreaking speech, you don't have to try to do everything at once. Again, remember that the goal for you was to share about yourself, right? To get to know what makes you tick, what drives you, and you did do that. And then you ended with talking about what GIS is, Geographic Information Systems, and then one of the things you could have done better, I think, perhaps, is you had a list up here, and you talked about 2 GIS, but you could have, before you showed the slide, asking people, what do you think? How is this used today? And let people answer a few things first, because you answered for them. So it could have been a rhetorical question, and that's okay. But to engage your audience, you could have done that. But overall, we enjoyed seeing you had a great persona, a great conversational tone. You shared about yourself, and so that's a great first step. So congratulations.
Thank you, Tom, for such informative evaluation of informative speech of our icebreaker. And now I want to welcome to the stage our very famous writer. Everyone knows him, and I think that everyone reads his books. And he will evaluate today Eat, Pray, and Love speech. So,
hello everyone. Congratulations to Madina on your first speech in our club. It was a real pleasure for me to listen to you. You were such full of energy because you come here before announcement. You want to go to the fight. You want to go on stage, and you have great beginning with interaction with public. You say you want coffee with me, you want cinema with me. Actually, you tell about cinema to my friend Elias, and he has his glass steaming. He wiping it, and then he leave, but not because of you. He have to leave. He must be home, but I think he called you after this. So it was interesting topic. We all knew you much better. You fulfill goal of icebreaking speech, and I was amazed by your way of life, by your self-conscious, all those eat, love, meditate, pray. It was very professional. You very professionally approach to your life, to your development in life. Your voice very clear, your uses of stage was perfect, and gestures perfect. You definitely draw attention of people. It was absolute silence. Everybody listened to you. And I had feelings that some profi prepared you to the speech, or maybe you, this some profi. And I definitely want to see your developing and your growth here in our club. And today we saw a little particle of your potential, but this little particle, even this little particle was great. So I want to see your full potential here, and so congratulate you one more time, and I wish you big power and energy to develop yourself in our club and in life.
I actually had a professional preparing me to this meeting. It was Dana.
Yeah.
My mentor.
Yes. So, yes, thank you, Dana. Thank you, Timur, for this such kind of evaluation. And our next evaluator is a lovely person by every one of us here, a leader, a coach, a mentor of every one of us here is our president, Aituar.
For such nice introduction. Every Toastmaster journey starts with first speech, and this speech is
Icebreaker.
yes. Today we listened to great icebreakers, and today's our icebreaker was Asim, and she couldn't visit us offline because she had a really important reason, and I really appreciate that Asim tried to go and make it online. And she, before the speech, she tried to test the sound, the video. She stood and saw. I mean, I think the sound was really clear, even though we had some minor technical issues. Still, her sound was really, her voice sounded really clear, and the way she talked about her childhood dreams throughout her speech, I really appreciate that she used this one message and used it in her icebreaker speech. When she, maybe you noticed her facial eyebrows. I mean, she was really like an actor. I mean, somehow I felt like she is kind of a Jim Carrey because she really makes good movement, and that way you kind of even get more attention to her speech. And maybe because that's why she likes parodying other people. So it was really cool of Asim to mention her hobbies, her interests, and when she was talking about dance classes, she was talking about her master's degree. And I would say something that she could improve. For example, in the end, when she was talking about her dream of entering a master's degree, she could have made a stronger statement by saying that she actually is on the stage of going to master's degree, and that way we can be even more connected to her speech, and that way she will sort of conclude her introduction with childhood dreams. So I'd like to congratulate Asim with this amazing speech, and hopefully to listen to next speeches. So thank you, Asim.
Thank you, Mr. President, for your evaluation, and I hope that Asim will take into account all the notes that you said. And our next evaluator today is an amazing, bright person who is in red today. Red in red. The stage is yours. Thank you.
I've been waiting for this moment for a long time, and I'm very happy to see you all. This is a gratitude, and that's how Teresa started her speech. She was very honest with her audience, and I like that. Then, she showed her presentation, and she made a statement, everything starts from love. And she asked a question from the audience, do you agree with this statement? And what I like here is that you immediately made interaction with the audience. But I couldn't hear any, but also I liked how everyone was replying yes, and you waited for audience reply, and then you started to show your other presentations. So you see here that you said we chose friends, job, business because we love it. And you showed excellent visual aids. I love them. You showed how you were 15 and how you were struggling with like self-love, for example. And here you made a smooth transition because you said we chose everything from love, and if we don't love ourselves, how can we love everything? That's what I liked about your speech. Also, when it was connected with interacting with your audience, next you asked a question. You know how she replied me when it comes to mother, but here as a second time, you didn't waited for a long time, I guess, and you couldn't hear the audience reply, and then you immediately answered the question yourself. So here, this is something that I just wanted to note, and it was like the only thing that I noticed. But I liked your vocal variety. You were very loud and confident. Do you remember how she was staying here singing, and she was not afraid to sing, y'all? She was showing how, like, the first vocal and the second one, and you can see the comparison. Everyone applauds to you because they were like, yeah, you did it, and it was great. And me sitting here as a fan of the Selena Gomez, I was like, is she singing Selena's song? Like, I was very elated, you know. You did a great storytelling job. And what I liked is that you made a statement that people who love themselves, they are confident and successful. And by staying here, by being confident and successful, you showed that you loved yourself. It was your, I guess, example. And by that, I can see that your statement is true. And you did it perfectly, you perfectly conveyed everything that you wanted to say in your presentation, in your speech, visual aids, and I also liked the fact that you showed the car. Even if it was not a high-end car, it was very decent and I really liked it. So thank you, Fariza. Looking forward to see you again.
Thank you. Thank you, Rakhiya, for your beautiful evaluation as you are. So our next evaluator, the last one who was sitting patiently waiting for his turn. And what I know about him, what I remembered about him is his motto: fake it until you make it.
Good evening, guys. So, congratulations, Iverson. So, I was sitting there and just watching to her face, like how her preparation. So she was like saying like Kesera, Sera, Kesera, Sera, and Sera what? Sera wonderful speech. So congratulations. It was a pleasure to get to know well, like closer. I want to say that your speech was marked by felicities. You know that's a good motto for your for life. She was so confident that she was walking like circling here, show someone, and even like she's giving her speech and talk with someone. Like I don't know, like they asked it about like Instagrams, or I don't know. So it was nice. So you had a good eye contact. So you talked with like that persons, like closer persons. You felt yourself very comfortable. So I didn't see any nervousity from you. Your emotions was like another topic. Your eyebrows was like dancing, like the ladies. I caught myself in one mind that even if I don't listen to you, I understand everything because she plays with her emotions, with your face, like you can understand everything easily. So people were laughing, so you gave them emotions. So that was a good thing from you. So next time I know what we're gonna eat if you organize social outs. So also like your gestures was like 5 because your hands was like dancing like Wednesday, dancing like this, like you were so confident. So and also about your about clarity. Your presentation, your goal, your message was like heard by me, and I hope like by audience also. It's like from music, like what's going to be, that's going to be, like what happened, so that happened, and you were so good, and I tried to use it in my life also. So you did it well on vocal variety also, because I don't know, if you have such kind of mottos, you just do anything you want and you feel confident. So she was like an experienced speaker on her speech. Like I didn't know that it was your first speech. So I guess that's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Magzhan, for such a precise evaluation. And I think that the evaluation session is over now, and it's time for the voting. Oh, sorry. Yes. Was everyone on time?
Everyone is.
Yes.
Admiral spent in 5 minutes and 70